How's it? Hey, Moose.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
You know you are. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's. Happy St. Patrick's. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hit time.
Drop your weapons.
No, you drop your weapons. Cue GOP. They're so proud of their boys. Once again, welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. And different camera.
Can't be caught standing around doing nothing. Alright, men, load your weapons.
Justice. And anyways, so, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, the top of the morning to you. It's a little bit early, not too early, but top of the morning to you anyways, even if it's whatever time of day it is.
Here they come again.
I was going to do a thing on St. Patrick's Day, but I said I just wore this green thing. Hey, no one gets a hold of my gold. You have no idea how valuable this is. No idea. That's like it's invaluable because you have no idea how valuable it is. Anyways, let's just get to the point here.
Standing by.
There's all kinds of news happening in the world and in the U.S. and that's neither here nor there because we're just going to cover what we can in a quick amount of time, hopefully. There's stuff happening in the Congress which is just stupid because they're trying to get rid of the filibuster. So the guy Mitch is trying to make the whole Congress a ditch. And then what else is going on? Well, they're giving out a lot of vaccinations because it's 1C. So let's just get right to it. What the hey? This is newspaper. Yeah, this is when we look at the newspaper, and I poke my little display up here, and it's oftentimes the news weather lady, and it looks like I'm just a dirty old man. I'm just a dirty old man anyway, so whatever. So this is where we look at what's... Oh, come on, Matt. Yeah, okay. So we're going to look at what's in the newspaper for today, which is I have a green light, green thing, green shirt, green screen. Okay, I'm safe. Those Irish, they're a pinchy bunch. Alright, yeah. I don't know, I guess this is what you're supposed to remember. It's like, hey, I don't know why the St. Patrick's and the snakes in Ireland, and actually that guy, St. Patrick, was a bishop in, I guess, sort of ancient Ireland, kind of medieval times. And when he went over to Ireland, they were kind of more or less Celtic, which is kind of think Druid and Stonehenge. And that's what was going on in Ireland. And this guy showed up and made Christianity all over the place, and we drove out the snakes, so to speak. And that was kind of a basic St. Patrick's Day. Thank you very much. Northern Ireland, I think, is the Roman Catholic, and the southern part is more Protestant, and that's why you used to have UK problems. But not anymore. Pray for peace in Ireland. I think they're not too into that right now. The newspaper. Oh yes. The whole reason you're here. Doing this thing. By the way, while I search for my light, where the heck is that now? Good God. They've gone insane. Oh, here, let's just improvise. Close the arc, Indy. Put the lid back on that thing. Okay. I was gonna tell you something. I forgot what it was. This is the headline. What's on the outside is what's on the inside. Alright, that's not bad. It says here, radical, racial and ethnic disparities mar Hawaii's vaccination law. Because with all that other stuff, the things going on in the mainland, major racial freaking mainland's a lot different than Hawaii. Hawaii is like pretty tame, basically, compared to that, and I guess they kind of feel a little left out. What about over here? But honestly, yeah, there is something to it as far as numbers, but I'll get into that. But here, real quick. Kaka'ako. What? Kaka'ako. Really? Kaka'ako. Aren't they going to build a big, huge building in Kaka'ako? Yes, they are, but no, they're not. Because look at this. The proposal for the condo towers in Kaka'ako died. Yes! And there's a picture of protesters. Hey, I made a difference. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Good for you. Now sit down and eat your plate lunch. New cases 30. New cases state 48. 49 average daily 1%. Positive contagiousness rate, which means they're bucking for tier 4. And back in the day, this is really amazing. This is back in the day, 1959, Hawaii becomes the 50th state. So this is a photo of 1959, and it's also, if you drive around, Beretania and it's Beretania and Bishop Street. So it's Beretania and Bishop Street. It's showing that parking lot, which goes back up into the valley there, which is where they're going to build the multi-million-dollar, so much money, Poly Highway, which everybody uses, goes up into the tunnels. But it's not even built in that. It's like, you see that and it's not there. Something's wrong with this picture. Yeah, man, 1959. Hey, you know what? We should build one tunnel across the, what do you call it? If leaders vaccinate, so other guys do. Biden ain't getting any closer with the immigration stuff. Oh, Russia. Yeah, they're meddling in the election. Hey, I wonder how much of that QAnon is being propelled by the Russian thing, because they meddled in the election. Not the vote count, but influence. Anti-Biden, pro-Trump, curious, and a bunch of influence. And then China, they figured out if China was going to do it too. And China was going to do it. They had plans to meddle, like that influence. But China said, nah, it ain't worth it. I think that says it all right there. You think you're so important, nah, sorry for it, whatever. Oh, here's the one. Okay. Oh, Gope. Oh, gope. Oh, gope. Nothing to make this fast. We gotta take a stop on this one. Mitch McConnell is the guy that led the Senate majority in the past when it was majority Republican. Now, the majority of the Senate is not Republican. So he's not the leader of the Republic, but he's still in there. So he's got like the influence of the old sage. You look at the guy, you figure like he's wise to be like the senatorial type. But this guy's playing like the brat. Because what's happening here? So he says, Mitch McConnell issues grave threat against Senate rule change. They want to change the filibuster. Now it's kind of filibuster like on paper style. And even Joe Cool, President Biden, was saying, you know, we just wanted to make it back to, he talks like Bill Clinton sometimes, and we just wanted to make it back to the talking filibuster. So if you did filibuster, you have to sit there like, you know, Mr. Smith comes to Washington and talk and be like Ted Cruz reading Green Eggs and Spam. Literally, that's what he did. The talking filibuster, that's what he kind of was hoping. But the ones on the ground, the groundling Democrats are like, no, we'll just get rid of this whole rule. And then we'll just conquer. And Mitch is like, And this is the response, he says. To scorched earth is what he's calling it. It's like, here's Mitch, in quotes. Let me say this very clearly for all 99 of my colleagues. Nobody serving in this chamber can even begin to imagine what a completely scorched earth Senate would look like. He said, okay, paraphrased, it'd make the partisan gridlock of the Trump and Obama eras look like child's play to its to come. Like, oh my God, Mitch McConnell is like fucking evil. Gotta get rid of that guy. Whatever. Vote. I don't mean get rid, you know. I mean like, yeah. The entrenched ones. And then Kea Point, that's like South Point over here in Oahu. There's like caves out in the South Point. Ancient Hawaiians used to go out fishing there, so there's caves and there's some cultural things that they want to make it a heritage spot. Just wanted to mention that for ancient Hawaiian and archaeology. I used to do archaeology. I got paid for it. I got paid archaeology one time. There's nothing like Indiana Jones, and I want my money back. Throw me the idle Indy. I'll throw you the whip. Okay, Big Q. Do you think homelessness problem has gotten better or worse in the past 6 months or so? Ooh, good question. Homelessness better or worse? 6 months. Last 6 months. 1% people say better. Seems to be making strides. 1% says, yeah, it's getting better. 24%. About the same, better in areas, worse in others. I'm probably counting myself there. 75%. Worse. Seems to be going wrong. What seems to be growing? 75% say it's getting worse and it's growing. They cleared out Diamond Head over here. The slopes of Diamond Head. So we gotta watch out for the creep shows. They show up in your backyard. They're in your backyard. Not in my backyard. NIMBY. Not in my backyard. NIMBY. NIMBY. Yeah, they are in the backyard. And upstairs too. The witch is full force. She has to do her final. She's studying at home now. God damn. Now she's like full force evil. She did a mockery thing on me yesterday. Like, oh my God. Anyways. Realities we must face. And now, letters to the editor. Because this can't be going on too long all the time. It's just, gotta be shoulder. Let's see what's going on with these. Brace yourself, here we go. Don't require jobless pay on tax benefits. Now let's get that one. Tourist celebrations favored over weddings. Saturday's article gloriously celebrated the return of Hilton Hawaiian Village's luau for 150 guests. Site article, March 13th. Sea Life Park's luau can have almost 250 people. Hooray for the tourist experience. Yeah. Yet my daughter's wedding in August, parenthetical, which was delayed for over a year, and parenthetical, is still limited to 10 people, of which 5, parenthetical, photographer, planner, caterer, bartender, officiant, unparenthetical, are included. That leaves room for 5 guests. Mayor Rick Blangiardi said that weddings, parenthetical, like funerals, end parenthetical, quote, are celebratory and a lot of the better other things than right now, just a bridge too far, end quote. Site article, March 11. That's a pain in the butt. Okay, skip to paragraph last. So how come tourist luau's are always allowed? Aren't they celebratory? And weddings are not. Clearly, this ruling benefits the pockets of tourism industry, yet struggling local wedding vendors are being penalized and may never economically recover. I guess we may be sending our invitations to my daughter's luau, where she'll be wearing her white beaded holuku. I guess she's going to be like one of the dancers for the tourists. Private dancer, dancer for money. Peggy Taylor, Makiki. Well, that was kind of basically, protect from tobacco industry. Yeah, don't smoke. Yeah, the vaping will lead to smoking. Skip. The voting conspiracy. Hey, you're going to clamp down on who gets to vote, right? ID required for many things. Why not voting? Responding to those who claim, quote, a certain party, end quote, is attempting to restrict votes of the citizenry, March 14th site, we may agree upfront that votes may arrive from legal citizens only. Secondly, there can be no logical argument that requiring a government-issued photo ID to verify identity when voting is somehow voter suppression. None. The requirement to obtain an ID is the same for each and every citizen. ID is required for several incidences of daily living. An ID that shows you are a legal resident will be no different. Okay, I'm not even going to finish that, Mary. They're doing it, and they're doing it hard. Impoverished people, they don't, it's like $50. It's like a lot of money and a lot of documentation that they don't have regularly. So it basically excludes all those people because they can't get that ID as readily as everybody else. You take it for granted you are in your position and not in their position. I've talked to some of them. Other things, you might as well make like a little PhD test you have to pass by the time you get to the voting thing, because they're basically excluding things, anything they can do. Can't vote on Sunday, certain hours, only one day. They want to knock it down to one day. You can only vote one day, and you have to show up in person. They're trying their hardest to cut out the voting population that got Biden won. They couldn't do it by twisting the arms of voting officials after the legal voting was completed. So they're gerrymandering who gets... It's called Jim Crow laws. Look them up. Don't repeat that bad history. Oh, there we go. Don't worry, I've been editing all night long. That's it. Most of the rescue plan isn't for COVID-19 relief. Skip, we don't have time for that. This one controversy is enough. Democrats offer help, Republicans don't. The U.S. has been hit hard by COVID. We can thank President Joe Biden and the Democratic caucus for passing the American Rescue Plan. Let's remember 2 years ago from now that when the Republicans needed a hand up, Republicans were only willing to offer a finger. Malcolm, Lozo, yeah, the middle finger, right? Last one, short. Ige should have Hawaii's own Love's Bakery. Love's Bakery is so much of Hawaii. Everyone I know depends on its affordable products. When people are low on money, as long as they have a loaf of bread, a peanut butter and jelly or two, and then they can feed their whole family. Governor David Ige should step in and save a Love's Bakery. Then the majority of people would see him in more of a favorable light. Janice Iwamoto Mililani. Thank you, Janice. Yeah. If you saved Love's Bakery, that might erase a little bit of the wax on, wax off, do nothing approach you've been doing. But I think the T-Rex Toenail Award, I think I've already figured it out. It's not controversy. It's not really controversy. It's like how you write it. It's that little rare. And I believe it goes to what's his name? Malcolm Nozoe. Oops. We were looking for a hand up, and we were given a little finger. A finger. So, hey, Michael, you win the T-Rex Toenail Award. If you were a piece of Love's bread and it stepped on you, this is the part that would make the hole in the donut. You don't get this. Are you crazy? I'm crazy. Go upstairs. You're crazy. You're making me crazy. I can't get into it. You don't get the T-Rex Toenail Award. Physically, you get it like a leprechaun showering you at the end of the rainbow. Rainbows, 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 and Lucky Charms, and and gold. That's right, gold. It's all about the gold, leprechaun. Get to it and hang loose. Whatever you do, because you know when you're hanging loose, hey, hanging loose. What can go wrong, man? Except the same old, same old.